my very first book of the month box, so I'm excited to tell you guys what book I got. As you guys know by the title of today's video, this is going to be a reading vlog from an unreleased new release and one of my most anticipated new releases of 2025, and you'll be able to see it once we open this glorious blue box. And no, this is not a sponsorship, but book of the month, you very well could, because in love. Let's get some scissors. I may or may not have a link in the description for you to get a book of the month box with a promotional code as well. I was like, how does one open? How does one get this open? There's my free hat. Look how cute this is. Fiction forward book of the month. We have a cute little free hat that we got with the code jacket. Well read. Oh, how does she look? Oh, she looks good. I'm not gonna put it on my head because I have a slip back with a ponytail. This is so cute. Dude, and I just got a cute little two-piece set from Target. This hat would match it so good. Okay. Oh my God, it's so much prettier in person. I'm so excited. Whoa, there's a lot in here. We have Alchemy of Secrets by Stephanie Garber. This is supposed to be released in October. I believe it's October 9th. Right now, it is September 8th, almost a full month earlier than it's supposed to hit the stores. It has sprayed edges. I don't know why people don't subscribe to Book of the Month. Like, literally, why wouldn't you want to? I'm absolutely obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna read to you guys a synopsis of Alchemy of Secrets. If you don't know, Stephanie Garber wrote the Caraval trilogy and the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. Loved both of them. They were both kind of magical realism, fantasy, romantic-y kind of deal. This one, I believe, is a completely new genre. It says, Folklore 517, local legends and urban myths, taught by a woman called the Professor. Most students believe the professor's stories are just fiction, but Holland St. James has always been convinced that magic is real. When she tracks down a local legend named... named the Watchman, who can supposedly tell you when you'll die, the world finally makes sense, except that the Watchman tells her when she will die at midnight tomorrow, unless she finds an ancient object called the alchemical heart. With the clock ticking, Holland is pulled deeper into this magical world in the heart of Los Angeles and into the path of the magnetic stranger. Everything about him feels like a bad idea, but he promises Holland that her sister sent him to protect her. As they chase clues and stories that take them closer to the alchemical heart, Holland realizes that everyone in this intoxicating new world is lying to her, even this stranger. And if she can't figure out whom to trust, not even the alchemical heart will save her. I'm sorry, that sounds extremely interesting. September 2025 book of the month. I'm excited. Before we cue the reading vlog, let me show you what else came in this. So we have a cute little pamphlet, informational, adorable thingamajig. That's so cool. They did a book of the year winners for every year prior. Oh, that's awesome. This is cool. I like this a lot. And we all have seen that book of the month gives their own bookmark. So I'm actually obsessed. It says plotting my next escape. Oh my God, I love that. Book of the month. Yay! Okay, now cue the reading vlog. My first update on Alchemy of Secrets. Literally as soon as I started reading, literally like the prologue. So the prologue is Folklore 517 and it goes up until chapter 1. It's giving, if you have read this book, you know it's giving the Night Circus, because the Night Circus had prologues and kind of like, I guess like what were they called, intermissions in between important parts of the story. It wasn't first person, but it was like it was a you perspective. Like, so for example, this one says, it started with a whisper you heard while in line at a coffee shop, a story you probably should have ignored, but the rumor stuck in your head like a song, blah 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 blah. So it's always you, it's talking about you, and it makes it all the more creepy and all the more eerie because the context of this story, oh my God, like I can't even get into it. Wait, I have to tell you what it's about. So basically, I know that I already read to you the synopsis, but the professor tells stories that you can't tell anybody else. And every single time it's in the you perspective, it's in the past of Holland going to this class with this professor. I do this because it's like really ambiguous and mysterious. So all the you perspectives are actually Holland going to each one of the classes and listening to the stories the professor tells you, and they're all urban myths and legends. And since I'm a little bit into the book now, I'm on page 36. It's basically, she's like right now, wait, what was I talking about? Guys, the mom brain is real. I don't even know where my train of thought just completely derailed. But anyway, it's about these urban myths and legends. The devil, like the mysteries coinciding with the devil, is prevalent, and the main character is very interested in that, and she's writing a thesis on it actually, and she's tying certain things to the devil being real, essentially. The only reason why I'm continuing reading this book is because Stephanie Garber is a Christian, so it can't be too demonic. But I am very interested. Like, it's giving the Inheritance games, but adult. Because the Inheritance games, like, there's a lot of clues, mysteries, things you have to uncover and find in real life. And this is that, but definitely adult, large scale, macro level, you know, in Hollywood, in LA. So I'm very, very interested. And a character just got thrown on the scene. And I think we just met our male main character, if you know what I mean. So it's definitely feeling like the Night Circus, and I'm obsessed with it. Like this, I'm not obsessed, but I'm really engrossed in it. I am enjoying it very much. I am very, very, very intrigued. I just do not want to put the book down. Like, I want to keep reading. I want to just sit and read because this is an extremely interesting and unique plot. So I'm loving it. This book would literally be perfect for October because it's set in the day before Halloween, and it's very eerie and ominous. So I'm going to keep reading. I love it so far. What do you think I'm going to rate this book?
This is the one with the class that nobody could find?
Yes.
How are you enjoying it so far?
Very much. Very much so. I'm very intrigued.
I'm gonna guess 4.75.
Ooh, it's a good one. Okay. I think I'm going to rate it 5 stars. This book is very interesting. I'm on page 71. I just got to Folklore 517, The Chained Library. I believe this is our third story. The main issue, the main conflict of the story, the main catalyst, if you will, of the story just occurred. This is very interesting. There are symbols, there's myths, there's deals, there's mysterious men showing up all over the place. I'm intrigued. Like, that literally, like, I am enthralled into what is happening, what is going to happen. Oh my gosh, there's only like 332 pages, and I want to really take it slow and soak it in because this is so interesting. Like, the concept of urban myths and legends with a ominous and dark undertone being real, and like this person actually experiencing that. This is so interesting, and it is literally right up my alley of like kind of like the dark side of things that I'm interested in. Not really dark, but like just eerie, like mysterious, like unexplainable things that happen. I don't know. Anyways, I'm very interested. I want to soak it up, but I also don't want to stop reading. Like, I need to know what happens. Like there's an urgency to the story. Like, oh my gosh, like she only has this, that, and the third left, and she needs to find this, and she needs to do this, and I feel the urgency, and I'm so interested to see what the heck is going on. This is so interesting. What's up, guys? It is the next day. I was unable to put this book down yesterday. My husband's making weird faces at me behind the camera. I was unable to put this book down yesterday. Shorty is on page 168. I am halfway through this book, and he's going, Shorty? And here are my thoughts halfway through. I am no longer as like freaked out and creeped out by it. I did have weird dreams because I did read it before bed. I had very strange, eerie, ominous dreams. But besides that, it's so interesting, bro. Like the fact, it's like you put a massive worldwide through history puzzle in real life, and you're trying to figure it out. And also the main character, Holland, she doesn't know who to trust. She's getting hallucinations and things are happening to her that she can't understand, and she has to do certain things in order to figure out what's going on and who's behind what's going on. And we just had a big reveal that we're all like, what do you mean? Like, oh my gosh. And it's just so crazy. Like, I know that I'm being so vague, but I don't want to spoil anything for you, but just know that there is like magical abilities in this book, and they have a huge part to play in the characters that she finds herself surrounded by. And now there's this all new mystery going on with her sister, and it's like, did she even really know her sister? So I do no clues. I have no idea what's going on. And frankly, I don't see how anyone else will be able to guess anything, because we're not given any crumbs. I'm just as confused as the main character is. There's this person that's supposed to protect her, and like, I think he's the love interest. I know that I said that we might have just been introduced to a love interest a couple clips ago. I have another theory of who this man is. Not a love interest though. And also, wait, but I'm confused because dude, literally, we need to have a spoiler section. Should this video come out October 9th? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm gonna do a spoilers at the end because there's too much going on here that I literally can't not talk about it. But for now, my lips are sealed. But if you are a part of the book of the month, persons, you have to please let me know what you thought. You have to please let me know, because we need to chat, because this book is a book that you chat about after. All that to say, I'm halfway through the book. I'm nowhere near closer to figuring out what the heck is going on, but we know the objective, and we have a semi-clear set of enemies. Okay, so that's good. The folklore is very, very interesting, and you can see how it starts off as a few curiosities to becoming something more sinister and more cultish. Weird, yeah. But other than that, I'm very interested. Literally, like, that's all I can say. I'm just so interested. This book's so interesting. I think Stephanie Garber is doing a phenomenal job at her debut into the new adult world, and I'm obsessed. I want her to continue writing books. It doesn't have to be necessarily like this, but this is epic. This is interesting. This is cool. This is unique, and I love the premise. So I think Stephanie Garber is doing a phenomenal job. Love you, girl. I'm obsessed with this book. I'm gonna keep reading. It's chapter 31, and if what I just read is what it means, then I was right. I did guess one thing, but that doesn't necessarily reveal anything else. Page 214, my prediction was indeed correct. But still, does not give me much information, but it's getting hot, it's getting spicy, it's getting steamy. Not in a weird way, just in an interesting way. Good morning, guys. It is a brand new day. I think this is day 3 or 4 of reading Alchemy of Secrets. It's the morning, don't mind me. These are also the first time I've ever put these on in my life. They smell really good. I like them. They're like jelly, and I don't know, I like how cold they feel on my skin and how they smell. But anyways, we are on page 238. and more things are getting revealed. The last time you saw me, I told you that I did indeed guess something, and I was right. I also was right about a second minor thing that had to do with the first thing that I guessed properly. And I'm starting to think like the main character, in the sense that I'm trying to piece together the clues that she has been given that were made for her to know. So we're figuring that out. It's going good. I'm really excited. Like, things are moving forward. The plot is moving along very nicely, and I'm still confused about one character that I thought was supposed to be the real main love interest. I don't even know if this is a romance. It's not a romance at all, by no means, but like, I don't know if there is a romance. You know, there is kissing, but I don't know if there's romance. So I'm gonna keep reading. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I accidentally finished it today. I'm gonna miss this book. I'm actually genuinely gonna be sad when I finish it, because I have really thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm not sure it's gonna be a 5-star, but it's definitely rated very highly. So let's start reading. That is a great line. Enter time warp trope. This is very cool. This is getting very cool and very intense. Only 23 pages left. Y'all, this was something. I already have thoughts. Okay, so I did indeed literally just finish and close this book. And I was right. I need to talk spoilers. So this book was so good. It was so good. I loved it. My rating after just finishing it is going to be a 4.5 stars. The reason being, without spoiling it, is that there are some questions that I still have that I might have to reread the book to have them answered, because I feel like there was one plot hole that I don't know the answer to. Before we get into the spoilers, this book was absolutely phenomenal. It was dark academia. It was not romantic. There was not a romance. There wasn't, you know, there were men and there were moments of affection, but it wasn't a romance. Like, there was no feelings really. There was mystery, there was history, there was you know, folklore, there was fantastical and magical realism elements. It was really cool. There's grief and there's loss and there's film. There's a lot to this book. It's set in California and Hollywood. It's extremely interesting. It is extremely interesting. I have never read a book like this before in my entire life, and I would love to read more. I honestly hope, I don't know, like, Stephanie Garber, she killed it at this book. It was so good. I'm obsessed. Genuinely, like, this book was phenomenal. I probably might bump it up to 5 stars because I've never read a book like this, and it was just so well done. Like, Stephanie Garber did a really great job, considering this is her first, like, adult dark academia book. All that being said, the writing is phenomenal. Character development is phenomenal. The characters feel real, tangible. You question them, you're feeling for them, you're frustrated with them, you're conspiring with them. Everything, all of it was great. The plot was structured very nicely. The pacing was even, and it was interesting and captivating and engrossing, and it kept you wanting to move forward but not too fast. Like, it kept you paying attention to all the details. Once again, Stephanie Garber did an exceptional job writing this book, and just like 10 out of 10. Like, she did a great job. This book was great. Excellent, phenomenal, love it. Let's talk spoilers. So for those of you who got this book from Book of the Month, you've read it. Right now it's September 16th. I got this book September 8th, and I just finished it. So we got it a month early. This video is still going out on the release date of this book. You might have already picked it up and read it in one day if you're that kind of person. But I want to talk about her sister January. I just feel like we had kind of like a disservice done to us where the whole book revolves around like January, like her and her sister are so close and they love each other, and she's, you know, they have a great relationship and they're there for each other. But the whole time, like, January is allegedly sending 2 men, and they all have the same tattoo. Like, where does the tattoo come from? Because Eileen has it and she works for the bank, but her tattoo is green. But everyone else has a tattoo. Like, Gabe and Adam have a tattoo, same one that January has. But January doesn't work for the bank, does she? I don't know. And, like, we never got an answer from her. Like, okay, yeah, we know that January's alive. But also this whole thing with January's boyfriend, like... And this does not seem like a series. Like, I was just so confused. Who's January's boyfriend? And does January actually even know Gabe and Adam? Like, I don't know. I'm confused. Like, that's one. I have 2 things. That was one thing that I was like, where, like, I want an explanation. I want the backstory to this. Like, where is her sister? What does her sister actually do for work? Because apparently, like, she finds rare books, which is interesting because the alchemical heart ended up being in the form of a book. But either way, like, we didn't know that January knew about this other world that's in the real world, this magical world. Who did January send? Does she actually know Gabe and Adam? 3, what were Gabe and Adam's intentions? Like, I knew that Adam was the devil, but who the heck is Gabe? Like, is he? Okay, so, like, if Adam's the devil, is Gabe January's whatever? But then he was like, no, we just know of each other in the work realm. And then he was like, and, like, Gabe was the one that said that January had a boyfriend. So, like, was it Adam? Like, what? And then there's Marcus, and, like, he's a ghost. Like, what's literally what's happening? And then the second thing that I'm so confused by is Jake. This guy was just a random dude, and who hired him, you know? And, like, yeah, he had, like, the Art Deco border thing. But, like, who's hiring these people? Like, and why do they have nefarious intentions toward Holland? And, like, I'm literally just so confused. And I feel like Stephanie really built up the whole storyline with Holland's parents about, like, oh, they can't know who my parents are, da da da. Nothing really happened when people found out who her parents were, you know? And also, like, people were like, oh, you can't trust Chance. Like, Gabe said, oh, you can't trust Chance, like her friend Chance, the actor. Why not? He was fine. He didn't do anything weird. Like, Gabe was like, oh, you can't trust him. I don't like him. Like, I don't know. Everyone's actions were just so strange. And, like, yes, this is Stephanie's first book, so I get that she couldn't do... I mean, not that she couldn't, but that, like, just the whole... every single question was answered thing. She didn't do that because I still have a ton of questions. And I want her to write a second book answering these questions. Maybe something from January's point of view, or Holland getting answers from January and then finding out who Gabe is. And then, like, I don't know, just all these answers. Because, for example, like, Gabe's wife, like, he didn't kill his wife. Okay. Like, okay, like, who are you though? Genuinely, so many questions. But all that being said, I still think that this was a phenomenal book, and for her first one, I'm rating it highly. Like, she deserves a high rating. I will say though, I really would like, I desperately desire the answers to the questions I have about January and Gabe and who the heck sent Jake and what even was his purpose. Like, okay, yeah, find out everything about her parents, but why? You know? And it was like the devil's Art Deco border, like paper or whatever in the pamphlet. And it's just like, the devil's apparently dead. Marcus is dead, you know? So are you saying that Adam killed Jake, even though he hired Jake to do that? But, like, why does Adam need to know about her parents if he already knew? Like, when Holland said it, he already knew. She said she noticed that he already knew. So I'm still confused. I'm confused. I'm confused about a lot, actually, now that I'm mentioning it. But like I said, it could be one of those books where I just have to reread it. I'm not gonna do that anytime soon. It was really good, but I just read it, you know, I'm not gonna reread it. Those are the questions I have. If you picked up more than I did, please let me know. But that brings me to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching me read my very first book of the month book. Woohoo, yay. And this was awesome. This was phenomenal. This was great. So please let me know in the comments below what you thought of it or what you think you're gonna read it. And I'll see y'all in the next video. God bless you guys and peace.